Okay. Taylor Ashton out, Brian Bauckham still out, Chris Gallipo out, Abe Markowitz out, Christian Thomas out, and Devon Kennard still out. So I think we're in pretty good shape, but obviously we'd like to add those guys, and especially with Abe, was running with our ones prior to his foot issue. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow, and we need Chris Gallipo back hopefully early next week.
Is Abe, did you have x-rays and that sort of thing on the foot?
The x-rays were negative. It is the other foot, the one that he broke before, but causing him a lot of issues, so hopefully we'll work through it.
Are you planning on Gallipo starting that game against Minnesota? Just getting into the game?
I don't know. He's going to have to practice next week. He's going to have to practice and be able to show us that he can go out there and play. It'd be scary putting him out there having not done anything for a couple weeks now. So that's why we're really focused on getting him healthy, really for Sunday, which is our normal Tuesday.
And how would you feel if Dawson has to play?
Feel good. He's had a lot of reps. Because of Chris being out, he's been with our one defense. He's done a great job. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into playing middle linebacker at any age. But as a true freshman that wasn't a mid-year transfer, it's a lot on him, but we'd feel very confident.
How do you feel about how the two young tight ends have performed in this camp? And obviously it seems like they're gonna play.
Yeah, they're the only ones, so they're definitely gonna play. I feel great about, for being so young, how well they're playing in our offense. And both of them have done everything for us: run, pass, catch, block. So they're still young. And like we always say, you're always a true freshman until you play. And so it'll be exciting getting them out there. But at the same time, it's going to be a big step for them to go out there playing all the time.
Randall Telfer seems like he's enjoyed a little mini comeback the last week or so after he had tons of problems with drops. Is that nice to see, and just him getting his confidence back?
Yeah, Randall has had a good week. He had a tough week 2 weeks ago. Really has responded to that, come out and done well, and it's a very tight competition between the two of them to see who's going to start.
Looked like Martin Coleman was kind of running with the ones at left guard today. Is that just something you're looking at, or has he elevated himself to that spot?
Well, with Abe out of there, somebody's got to do it, so we're going to need him to go in there and play if Abe were not to play.
How good was the Marquise catch today?
Same thing, every day. He's just one of those unique players of the ones we've had around here. As you go back to Reggie, and then Mike and Dwayne and Robert last year. We used to always say those type of guys. It seems like every day there's some significant, great highlight play, and so he just continues to do it every day.
Talking about the young tight ends, obviously Robert is sort of the focal point of the offense passing game. The other teams know that too. They're going to double team him. And how important is it to develop second, third, fourth options for this offense to really excel?
Very critical. The first thing is to develop a run game so they can't do that. If you can run the ball really well like we have over the years at the places we've been, it's hard to take away one receiver. But then after that, we do need to develop our second guy and third guy, and tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. And it's one thing why we've been able to have those big numbers with the star receivers that were here before, up in those 80s and 90 catch seasons, was because of the other guys being able to do things so people couldn't take them away.
Do you see Devon Kennard as competing for a starting spot, or is he a defensive package guy?
Oh, I kind of see all three of those guys as starters. They're going to play a ton. They all three have had great camps, and using them in different situations and rush stuff. So I kind of consider all three of them starters, regardless of who goes out the first snap.
When do you anticipate getting, if you haven't already, I guess that's a good question, have you heard anything on Armand? And if you haven't, when do you anticipate getting a final?
I have not. He's still in a process of different things. I know some stuff comes up, I believe, at the end of this week right here, some tests, so hopefully everything will be great.
How does that change things if he's available to play?
Dramatically. It puts him inside and gives us a proven player in there that finished the season really strong, had a great game versus UCLA, and so it gives us a guy that can play both inside and outside. He would really put us over the top to where we'd have depth. Right now we're still one guy banged up from being in trouble there, and he would give us a big security blanket.
When are you going to name the captains?
We will vote on that probably tomorrow or Sunday.
And then with the running backs, are you just going to let it play out here this final week and see how it goes?
Yeah, we are. I thought DJ Morgan had his best practice since he's been here yesterday. excited about that, and so they're cranking it up a little bit. I think they feel it. They feel it. We talked to them about it. You're competing right now for national TV carries, so they got a couple practices left to figure this out.
What is the thought process behind having a closed scrimmage tomorrow, or whatever it is that you're doing?
Yeah, we're just tomorrow really just a team thing, getting the guys here and no distractions, and really this is even though camp's technically over, this is really the last day before we go to really all Minnesota, which will be Sunday, which will be a Tuesday practice. So just a team and have a day and get ready for the next one.
Probably qualifies as old news at this point, but obviously the NCAA Tennessee thing played in your favor. Were you concerned about it, given the the unpredictable nature of these sorts of rulings?
Yeah, we were very concerned. You never know what's going to happen, and even though in the hearing, as soon as we came out, the media was there, and they asked, and my statement was, I felt like it was a very fair hearing. Dennis Thomas, the commissioner, you could get the sense as the chair for what was going on, that the right question was being asked. The focus was on facts, was not on perception or anything else, and was just very pleased. What a professional job they did of sorting through everything, and there was a lot of stuff. They put a lot of energy and time and months and months and months into going all around the country to making sure we were doing things right. So we were very pleased that the truth came out and that it was extremely fair.
When you found out that it was a positive ruling, were you relieved?
Yeah, I was really relieved, really, for our program and for Tennessee, for starting with our program, that this was hanging over our head, kind of, and that people had used it against us in recruiting. That there were going to be penalties coming towards me or towards our staff, and just around here, I think it was a great relief, to be, for our athletic director and president, who have backed us since the day we got here and said that we've done everything right, for that to be proven about the last place, what was special for us around here. And then for Tennessee too, so much had been talked about of leaving there and that they were going to be in trouble for what we did there and we did things wrong. Hundreds of articles written about that, which was all speculation and not facts. And so I'm excited for here, and I'm excited for there that they can move on, and that there were no repercussions.